There are people waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect mood, waiting for the perfect opportunity. They keep telling themselves, I'll start on Monday. I'll start next month. I'll start when life gets easier. But life doesn't reward people who wait. Life rewards people who move. Motivation is beautiful because it gives you that first step. It gives you that feeling that says, I can do this. It fills your mind with possibility. It fills your heart with excitement. But here's the truth that changes everything. Motivation was never designed to carry you to the finish line. It was only meant to introduce you to the journey. The first day is always exciting. You buy the new notebook. You buy the new shoes. You create the plan. You tell everyone about your goals. You wake up early with energy flowing through your body. You feel unstoppable. But then life begins to test you. The alarm rings and you're tired. The weather isn't perfect. The results don't come fast enough. People stop encouraging you. Suddenly, the excitement that got you started begins to disappear. That's the moment where most people quit. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack intelligence. They quit because they built their future on a feeling instead of a foundation. Feelings change. Discipline doesn't. Discipline is waking up when your body says sleep. Discipline is studying when your friends are scrolling through their phones. Discipline is training when your muscles are sore. Discipline is choosing your future over your comfort. It is making a promise to yourself and refusing to break it, even when no one would know if you did. Confidence never created greatness. Comfort whispers, you've done enough. Discipline answers, there's still more inside of you. Comfort says, take today off. Discipline says, one more step. Comfort promises temporary relief, but discipline delivers permanent growth. Every successful person has fought the same battle. They faced mornings when they wanted to stay in bed. They faced moments when nothing seemed to be working. They experienced failure, rejection, disappointment, and criticism. The difference wasn't that they felt motivated every day. The difference was that they refused to let their emotions become their leader. They made discipline their leader. Think about a fire. A spark can start it, but if nobody feeds it, it disappears in seconds. Your dreams are the same way. Motivation is that first spark. It gets your heart racing. It gets your vision alive. But discipline is the wood you add every single day. Discipline keeps the fire burning through storms, through setbacks, through seasons where nobody claps for you. Without discipline, even the brightest dream slowly turns into cold ashes. Stop asking yourself if you feel ready. Ask yourself if you're committed. Readiness is temporary. Commitment is powerful. Commitment shows up when excitement leaves the room. Commitment keeps working when the scoreboard says you're losing. Commitment keeps believing when everyone else has stopped believing in you. Your greatest competition is not another person. It's the version of yourself that always looks for the easy way out. Every morning, that version will negotiate with you. It will tell you that one missed workout doesn't matter. One missed study session doesn't matter. One missed opportunity doesn't matter. But discipline understands that success is never destroyed in one day. It's destroyed one excuse at a time. The strongest people aren't always the most gifted. They're the ones who became impossible to distract, impossible to discourage, impossible to stop because they stopped depending on emotion. They created routines that carried them even when inspiration disappeared. They understood that consistency will beat intensity every single time. There will be days when nobody notices your effort. Nobody congratulates you. Nobody believes in your dream. Keep going anyway. There'll be days when progress is invisible. Keep going anyway. There'll be days when failure hits harder than success ever has. Keep going anyway. Because discipline isn't about getting immediate rewards. It's about becoming the kind of person who refuses to quit. Every repetition matters. Every page you read matters. Every hour you practice matters. Every decision to keep going matters. You may not see the difference today, but one day you'll look back and realize those small daily decisions built a life you once thought was impossible. Don't chase motivation. Build discipline. Motivation visits. Discipline lives with you. Motivation speaks loudly but leaves quickly. Discipline works quietly but stays forever. Motivation can inspire a crowd for a moment. Discipline can transform one life for a lifetime. The world doesn't remember people who only started. It remembers people who finished. It remembers people who stayed when it became difficult. It remembers people who kept climbing after they fell. It remembers people who refused to surrender when everything around them said it was over. So when the excitement fades, smile, because now the real work begins. When the applause disappears, keep working. When nobody is watching, keep improving. When the road becomes lonely, keep walking. Let your habits become stronger than your emotions. Let your commitment become louder than your excuses. Feed the fire every single day until your actions become your identity. Because motivation may introduce you to your dream, but discipline is the force that will carry you all the way to the life you were born to live. Every single dream you have is asking one question. Are you willing to become the person who deserves me? That's the question. Not how talented you are, not where you were born. not how much money you have. The real question is whether you're willing to stop making excuses and start making progress. Because your excuses don't care about your dreams. They never have, and they never will. Your excuses will sound reasonable. They'll sound logical. They'll tell you you're too tired, too busy, too old, too young, too broke, too late, too overwhelmed. They'll whisper that tomorrow's a better day to start. They'll convince you that one more day won't make a difference. But while you're listening to those excuses, someone else is putting in the work. Someone else is getting stronger. Someone else is learning the skills. Someone else is becoming the person you said you wanted to become. Excuses are expensive. They cost far more than people realize. They don't just steal one day. They steal momentum. They steal confidence. They steal opportunities. They slowly convince you that average is acceptable. And before you know it, years have passed, and the dream that once kept you awake at night has become nothing more than a memory. Look at your life, honestly. Every excuse you've accepted has left a mark. Every time you chose comfort over commitment, you paid a price. Every time you said, I'll do it later, you gave your future away one decision at a time. Success isn't usually lost in one dramatic moment. It's lost through thousands of small choices that seem harmless until they become your lifestyle. The truth is, life doesn't stop because you're having a difficult day. Bills still arrive. Opportunities still pass by. Time keeps moving. The clock doesn't pause because you're discouraged. It doesn't slow down because you're afraid. Every second that passes is a second you can never get back. That's why waiting is one of the most dangerous habits you can develop. Your dream deserves more than your words. It deserves your discipline. Anybody can talk about what they want. Anybody can post inspirational quotes. Anybody can tell people about their big plans. But when the alarm rings before sunrise, when the work gets hard, when the results are slow, that's when your actions reveal what you truly believe. Stop introducing your excuses before your effort. Stop explaining why you couldn't before proving what you can. Every excuse becomes a wall between you and the life you're chasing. The more excuses you build, the harder it becomes to even see your dream. You say you're waiting for confidence. Confidence is built by action. You say you're waiting for the perfect opportunity. Opportunity often hides inside hard work. You say you're waiting until you're ready. Readiness comes from doing, not from waiting. The people you admire weren't fearless when they started. They simply refused to let fear make their decisions. Pain is part of the journey. Failure is part of the journey. Rejection is part of the journey, but excuses are optional. You don't control every obstacle that appears in your life, but you always control your response. You always control whether you stand back up. You always control whether you take one more step. Imagine where you could be if you stopped negotiating with your excuses. Imagine the strength you would build if every time your mind said, quit, you answered with, keep going. That's how champions are made. Not because they never heard excuses, but because they stopped giving those excuses authority over their lives. There will always be someone with fewer resources than you accomplishing more. Someone with less time making better use of it. Someone facing greater challenges refusing to surrender. Let that remind you of something powerful. Circumstances matter, but decisions matter more. Your situation may explain your struggle, but it does not have to define your future. You have survived difficult seasons before. You've overcome obstacles you once thought would break you. That strength is already inside you. The question is whether you'll use it or continue hiding behind reasons that keep you exactly where you are. Every morning you have two voices competing for your attention. One voice wants comfort. It wants the easy road. It wants immediate pleasure. The other voice wants growth. It wants purpose. It wants the future you've been praying for. The voice that wins is the one you obey. Success is earned in moments nobody sees. It's earned when you're exhausted but choose to finish anyway. It's earned when nobody is clapping, nobody is watching, and nobody is reminding you why you started. That's where character is built. That's where excuses lose their power. Don't measure yourself by how excited you feel. Measure yourself by what you do when excitement disappears. That's where transformation happens. That's where ordinary people separate themselves from everyone who keeps waiting for the perfect conditions. One decision can change everything. One workout, one chapter, one phone call, one application, 1 hour of focused effort. Great lives are built one disciplined choice at a time. Stop underestimating the power of small actions repeated consistently. Your future is watching you right now. The person you want to become is depending on the decisions you make today. Don't disappoint that future by surrendering to temporary comfort. Don't trade lifelong fulfillment for a few moments of convenience. The mirror doesn't lie. At the end of the day, you know whether you gave your best or whether you gave another excuse. You know whether you move closer to your purpose or farther away from it. Be honest with yourself, because honesty is where growth begins. The dream is still alive. The opportunity is still there. The next chapter of your life hasn't been written yet, but it won't be written by excuses. It will be written by courage, consistency, sacrifice, and relentless action. Stop giving your excuses the microphone. Let your actions speak so loudly that your excuses are never heard again. Your dreams have been waiting long enough. Now it's your turn to prove that you're willing to fight for them every single day. Most people think success is built on the days when everything feels right. They imagine champions waking up every morning full of energy, confidence, and excitement. They picture greatness as something that comes naturally to the chosen few. But that's not how real success is built. Success is built on the mornings when you're exhausted. It's built on the evenings when your body wants to quit. It's built on the moments when your mind is searching for every reason to stop, but you decide to move anyway. Winners show up on the days they don't feel like it. Anybody can work when they're motivated. Anybody can smile when life is going well. Anybody can chase a dream when people are cheering them on. But what happens when the applause disappears? What happens when nobody believes in you? What happens when you fail, when you fall behind, when nothing seems to be working? That's where the real test begins. That's where ordinary people walk away and extraordinary people keep moving. Your feelings are temporary. Your purpose is permanent. If you let your emotions control your actions, your future will always be unstable. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you'll feel defeated before your feet even touch the floor. If your work depends on your mood, your progress will always be inconsistent. But when your commitment becomes stronger than your emotions, something powerful happens. You stop waiting to feel ready. You simply get up and do the work. Life doesn't ask if you feel prepared. Opportunity doesn't knock only when you're energized. The biggest moments of your life may arrive on a day when you're tired, frustrated, or discouraged. The question isn't whether you feel like showing up. The question is whether you're willing to honor your commitment despite how you feel. Every dream demands a price. The price isn't paid on the easy days. It's paid on the difficult ones. It's paid when everyone else is sleeping and you're already working. It's paid when your muscles ache, but you finish one more repetition. It's paid when your eyes are tired, but you read one more page. It's paid when you've been rejected over and over again, but you still send one more application, make one more phone call, or take one more step toward your goal. That's where greatness is born. The world celebrates the victory, but it rarely sees the sacrifice behind it. People admire the success, but overlook the lonely mornings, the late nights, the failures, and the setbacks. They don't see the countless times you had every reason to quit but refused to surrender. They only see the trophy. They don't see the thousands of invisible decisions that made the trophy possible. There will be mornings when your bed feels more comfortable than your dream. There will be days when distractions seem more attractive than discipline. There will be moments when your excuses sound convincing. They'll tell you that missing one day doesn't matter. They'll promise you'll make it up tomorrow. But tomorrow has destroyed more dreams than yesterday ever could. The winners understand something that others don't. One day becomes two. 2 days become a week becomes a habit. That's why they protect their consistency like it's their greatest treasure. They know success isn't created by one incredible performance. It's created by refusing to break the habit, even when nothing feels exciting. There is a version of you that wants to stay comfortable. That version loves shortcuts. That version avoids pain, avoids pressure, and avoids responsibility. But there is another version of you waiting to be unleashed. That version embraces challenges. That version understands that growth only happens when comfort ends. Every day you choose which version becomes stronger. You don't become mentally tough by talking about toughness. You become mentally tough by doing difficult things repeatedly. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you build trust. Every time you finish what you started, you build confidence. Every time you refuse to quit, you become a little stronger than you were yesterday. The greatest battle you'll ever fight isn't against another person. It's against the voice inside your own mind. The voice that whispers, "You're too tired." The voice that says, "Skip today." The voice that reminds you how hard the journey is. Winning begins the moment you stop listening to that voice and start listening to your purpose. Understand this. Your future is being shaped by what you do when nobody is watching. Character isn't revealed when life is easy. Character is revealed when life becomes difficult. That's when your habits speak louder than your words. That's when discipline becomes your identity. Failure will visit you. There will be moments when your efforts don't produce immediate results. You'll question yourself. You'll wonder if all the work is worth it. Those are the moments that separate dreamers from achievers. Dreamers stop when they stop feeling inspired. Achievers keep working because they made a decision long before the struggle arrived. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Perfect conditions don't exist. There will always be another obstacle, another excuse, another reason to delay. If you keep waiting for life to become easy, you'll spend your entire life waiting. Progress belongs to those who move through the storm, not those who wait for the clouds to disappear. Every difficult day is an opportunity to prove something to yourself, not to the world, not to your critics, to yourself. It's an opportunity to prove that your commitment is real, that your dream matters, that your word means something. Every time you show up despite your feelings, you're building a foundation that cannot be shaken. One day, people will look at your success and call you lucky. They'll assume it came naturally. They'll never fully understand the mornings you wanted to quit, the nights you question everything, or the sacrifices you made when nobody's paying attention. They won't see the discipline behind the achievement. But you will know the truth. You will know that every victory was earned on the days you didn't feel like showing up. Every breakthrough was built on the moments you chose action over excuses. Every level you reached came from refusing to let temporary emotions control permanent dreams. So when you wake up tomorrow and your mind tells you to stay where it's comfortable, stand up anyway. When the work feels heavy, carry it anyway. When the journey feels lonely, keep walking anyway. Let consistency become your superpower. Let discipline become your language. Let action become your answer to every excuse, because champions are not remembered for how they felt. They are remembered because they showed up, they stayed in the fight, and they kept moving long after everyone else decided to quit. Every single morning you wake up, your mood has a voice. Some days it tells you that you're unstoppable. Other days it tells you that you're too tired, too stressed, too discouraged, too overwhelmed to even try. If you build your life around that voice, you'll never become the person you're capable of being. Your mood changes with the weather. Your mood changes with your circumstances. Your mood changes with what people say about you. But your purpose cannot afford to be that unstable. If your future depends on how you feel today, then your future is already in danger. Too many people are waiting to feel motivated before they move. They're waiting to feel confident before they take the first step. They're waiting to feel fearless before they chase the dream. But confidence isn't the beginning of the journey. Confidence is the reward for showing up consistently. The people who change their lives don't wait for the right feeling. They create the right habits. Your mood is a visitor. Discipline is a resident. Think about how many dreams have died because someone believed their emotions more than their potential. One bad day turned into one bad week. One bad week became one bad month. Eventually, they convinced themselves that the dream wasn't meant for them. But the dream wasn't the problem. The problem was allowing temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. There will be mornings when your energy is low. There will be nights when you're mentally exhausted. There will be seasons where nothing seems to be going your way. That's life. Nobody escapes those moments. The question isn't whether those days will come. The question is what you'll do when they arrive. Will you surrender to your feelings? Or will you remind yourself that your purpose is greater than your emotions? The strongest people in the world aren't strong because they never struggle. They're strong because they learn to move through the struggle. They learn that action creates momentum. They understood that sitting around waiting for inspiration often leads to regret. So instead of asking themselves, how do I feel today? They ask a better question. What needs to be done today? That's a completely different mindset. Your bills don't wait for your mood. Your responsibilities don't wait for your mood. Time certainly doesn't wait for your mood. Every day you delay because you don't feel like working is another day your goals become more distant. Life keeps moving whether you're ready or not. That's why successful people stop negotiating with their emotions and start honoring their commitments. You cannot build an extraordinary life with ordinary excuses. There is a version of yourself that only appears when things are easy. That version is excited when the results come quickly. That version works hard when people are watching. But there's another version of you hidden beneath the surface. That version shows up when nobody is cheering. That version keeps working after failure. That version stays committed when the excitement disappears. That's the version capable of changing your life forever. Growth doesn't happen when everything feels comfortable. Growth happens when your emotions are telling you to stop, but your values tell you to continue. That's where your identity is formed. That's where mental toughness is built. That's where average people become exceptional. Stop making promises based on your emotions. Start making promises based on your purpose. Because purpose survives storms. Purpose survives rejection. Purpose survives disappointment. Purpose survives failure. Feelings come and go like waves, but purpose stands like a mountain. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, and creators all have something in common. They understand that consistency beats intensity. They don't rely on emotional highs. They rely on systems. They rely on routines. They rely on habits that keep moving forward even when motivation disappears. Imagine how different your life would look if you stopped asking yourself whether you felt like doing the work. Imagine the progress you would make if your answer was always the same. Do the work. Not because it's easy, not because it's exciting, because it's necessary. Every workout you complete when you're tired builds more than muscles. It builds character. Every chapter you study when your mind wants to quit builds more than knowledge. It builds resilience. Every difficult conversation you have, instead of avoiding it, builds more than relationships. It builds courage. Success isn't created in moments of comfort. It's created in moments of decision. The world is full of talented people who never became successful because they depended on emotion. They had incredible potential, but inconsistent effort. They started fast, but finished slowly. They dreamed big, but acted small whenever life became difficult. Talent can open a door, but only discipline keeps you inside the room. Your future self is depending on the choices you're making today, not tomorrow, not next month, today. Every action is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Every time you honor your commitment despite your mood, you're becoming stronger. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're rewriting your story. Don't let one difficult morning convince you that you have a difficult life. Don't let one failure convince you that you're a failure. Don't let one emotional moment destroy years of potential. Stand up anyway, move anyway, fight anyway, keep going anyway. Your emotions are real, but they are not always right. They will tell you to quit long before your potential is exhausted. They will tell you the journey is impossible while your purpose is still waiting just a few steps ahead. Learn to acknowledge your feelings without allowing them to control your future. The life you've been praying for will demand consistency. The opportunities you've been asking for will require preparation. The success you dream about will expect sacrifice. None of those things care about your mood. They respond to your actions. One day you'll wake up and realize that the greatest victory wasn't the money you earned, the title you achieved, or the recognition you received. The greatest victory was becoming someone